अस्सलाम वालेकुम। हम रोजाना पाकिस्तान की हिफाजत के लिए जिक्र कर रहे हैं, और खासकर इमरान खान साहब और उसकी बेगम और उस्ताद बुशरत बीबी जी की हिफाजत के लिए, और उनके सब सच्चे सपोर्टर्स की हिफाजत के लिए, और कि पाकिस्तान में पाक इस्लाम और हकीकी आज़ादी कायम हो जाए। ये रोजाना सुबह 7:30 बजे और शाम 8:30 बजे पाकिस्तानी टाइम हम कर रहे हैं। थोड़ा सा लेट है, इसलिए हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि अच्छा, एक मिनट, दूसरा कार्य। तकलीफ हो गया, आज वो जूम कनेक्ट नहीं हुआ है। हम उसको कनेक्ट करने के लिए कोशिश करने की वजह से हम थोड़ा लेट हो गए हैं आज। लेकिन एक मिनट देखूंगा, अगर वो हो सकता है हम आगे करेंगे, नहीं तो मैं अकेला शुरू करूंगा। आ, मुझे माफ करना, थोड़ा सा हमारा जूम मीटिंग में प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है। अच्छा, तो हम जिक्र कर रहे हैं पाकिस्तान की हिफाजत के लिए, और पाकिस्तान में हकीकी आज़ादी और पाक इस्लाम कायम होने के लिए। पाक इस्लाम का मतलब है मोहब्बत, इंसाफ, सच्चाई, इखलाक, रहमत, माफी, हमेशा अल्लाह सुब्हान ताला को याद करना और जिक्र करता ही रहना, और हमेशा दूसरों की खिदमत में लगे रहना। इसी पाक इस्लाम को हुजूर पाक सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने तकरीबन 1500 साल पहले मदीना मुनव्वरा में कायम किया, और उसी पाक इस्लाम को अभी ही इंशाल्लाह मदीना सानी पाकिस्तान में कायम किया जा रहा है। तो हम 5 जबान में जिक्र कर रहे हैं, 5 जबानों में: अरबी अल्लाह, इंग्लिश इमैनुअल, हिब्रू अदोनाय, हिंदी या संस्कृत राम, और आखिर में पंजाबी विच एक ओमकार। आप हमारे साथ रोजाना ये जरूर जिक्र करें, दोनों टाइम पे। सुबह 8:30 बजे होना चाहिए, थोड़ा लेट हो गया आज, और शाम 8:30 बजे। बिस्मिल्लाह रहमान रहीम। अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला मुहम्मदिन व अला आले मुहम्मद कमा सल्लैता अला इब्राहीम व अला आले इब्राहीम इन्नका हमीदुम मजीद। अल्लाह 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 Allah, 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 Allah. Emmanuel, 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 Emmanuel. Adonai, 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 Adonai. Adonai, 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 Adonai. Adonai, 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 Adonai. Adonai, 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 Adonai. Adonai, 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 Adonai. Adonai, 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 Adonai. Ram, 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 Ram. Ram, 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 Ram. Ram, 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 Ram. Ram, 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 Ram. Ram, 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 Ram. Hikomkar, 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 hikomkar. Hikomkar, 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 hikomkar. Hikomkar, 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 hikomkar. Hikomkar, 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 hikomkar. अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, इतनी खुशी की बात है कि मैं ऐसे जिक्र कर सकते हैं। रुबीना जी, आप पाकिस्तान की हिफाजत के लिए और आलमगीर अमन के लिए उर्दू में दुआ करें।
اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. پاک تو ارض سما کے معبود، پاک تو رب صبایوت، رب موسیٰ، رب مسیح، رب حبیب، رب ارباب. اے اللہ، اے آسمانوں کے رب اور زمین کے رب، عرش عظیم کے رب، اے ہمارے رب، تمام انسانوں کے رب، ہندو مسلم سکھ عیسائی یہودیوں کے رب، ہر چیز کے رب، دانے اور گٹی کو کھانے والے، تورات انجیل اور قرآن کو نازل کرنے والے، میں ہر شہر والی شہر سے جس کی پیشانی آپ کے کپڑے ہوئے ہیں تمام صاف دل پاکستان نظریہ رکھنے والے لوگوں کو آپ کی پناہ میں دیتی ہوں،
آمین
پاکستان کو اور عمران خان کو اور ان کے تمام سپورٹرز کو جو پاکستان میں حقیقی آزادی کی جدوجہد میں لگے ہوئے ہیں، ان کی حفاظت فرما اور مدد فرما تاکہ پاکستان یعنی
آمین
مدینہ انسانی میں وہ حقیقی اسلام جو حضور پاک صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم نے 1500 سال پہلے مدینہ منورہ میں قائم کیا تھا دوبارہ قائم ہو جائے،
آمین
اور تمام مذاہب کے لوگ جو محبت سے اتفاق سے صلح اور امن کے ساتھ مل جل کر رہے ہیں اللہ تعالیٰ کا ذکر کرے
آمین
اور آپس کے اختلافات دور کر کے ایک اللہ کی محبت کے سائے میں جمع ہو جائیں۔
آمین
اے اللہ تمام پاکستانیوں کو پاک اسلام نظریہ رکھنے والوں کو زندہ قوم بنا دے،
آمین
حقیقی آزادی شعور عطا کر تاکہ وہ اپنے مال جان اور زبان سے خدمت خلق اللہ کریں اور اللہ
آمین
تعالیٰ کی خوشنودی اور رضا حاصل کر کے اپنے خاص بندوں میں شامل ہو جائیں،
آمین
اپنے اندر وہ کوالٹیز پیدا کریں جو آپ مدینہ ثانی کے لوگوں میں چاہتے ہیں۔ یا اللہ
آمین
ہمیں قائد اعظم اور علامہ اقبال رحمۃ اللہ علیہ کی نظریہ پاکستان کو فالو کرنے کی توفیق دے،
آمین
ہم سب کو ساتھ پاکستانیوں کو تمام عالم انسانی کو معاف کر دے، اپنی
آمین
رحمت اپنی برکت اپنے رزق اپنا فضل ہم پر پھیلا دے، جو لوگ پاکستان اور پاکستان کے خلاف کام کر رہے ہیں انہیں
آمین
راستے سے ہٹا دے،
آمین
تاکہ پاکستان میں ساری مدینہ انسانی بن سکے جس کو تمام دنیا فالو کرے، ذکر میں شامل تمام افراد اور ان کے اہل ویال اور آنے والی نسلوں کو پاک اسلام پر قائم کر اپنے
آمین
خاص بندوں کو شامل کر،
آمین
ربنا تقبل منا انك انت السميع العليم وتب علينا انك انت التواب الرحيم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون سلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمین ثم آمین۔
آمین ثم آمین شکریہ۔ تو ہم آج پڑھ رہے ہیں قرآن شریف سورت 43 زخرف اور 74ویں آیت۔ We are reading today from the Holy Quran, Surah 43, Gold Adornments, and the 74th verse. بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم اللہم صلی معاف کریں اللہم صلی علی محمد وعلی آل محمد کما صلیت علی ابراہیم وعلی آل ابراہیم انک حمید مجید اللہم بارک علی محمد وعلی آل محمد کما بارکت علی ابراہیم وعلی آل ابراہیم انک حمید اعوذ باللہ من الشیطان الرجیم بسم اللہ The sinners will be in the punishment of hell to dwell therein forever. تو گناہگار ہمیشہ کے لیے دوزخ میں سزا دیا جائے۔ کبھی لوگ پوچھتے ہیں کیا اللہ پاک سب سے پیار کرنے والا مالک سب سے اچھا دوست کسی کو ہمیشہ کے لیے دوزخ میں کیسے رکھ سکتا ہے؟ تو اس کا جواب میرے نزدیک صرف یہ ہے کہ اللہ پاک ہمیں دوزخ میں نہیں رکھتا ہے، ہم خود دوزخ میں جاتے ہیں کیونکہ ہم اللہ پاک کی خدمت نہیں کرنا چاہتے ہیں، شاید نفرت بھی کرتے ہیں اللہ سے، تو پھر ہم کو یہی دوزخ ہے۔ اس سے بڑے دوزخ کوئی نہیں ہو سکتا ہے کہ ہم اللہ کے نزدیک نہیں آ سکتے ہیں، اور اگر ہم دور رہنا چاہتے ہیں یا اللہ کو یاد بھی نہیں کرنا چاہتے ہیں، اس کو بھولنا کی کوشش کرتے ہیں، اس کو نہیں بھول سکتے ہیں۔ اللہ پاک ہر چیز اللہ پاک ہے، ہر چیز اللہ کی ہے، تو جسی بھی چیز کو ہم یاد کرتے ہیں ہم اللہ پاک کو یاد کر رہے ہیں اسی چیز کے ذریعے۔ لیکن لوگ جو اللہ پاک کو بھولنا چاہتے ہیں، اس کو یاد بھی نہیں کرنا چاہتے، اس کا نام کبھی نہیں لینا چاہتے ہیں، وہ اتنا پریشان ہوتے ہیں کہ وہ حقیقت میں دوزخ میں، اور جب تک وہ اللہ کے خلاف رہنا چاہتے ہیں وہ دوزخ میں رہیں گے ہمیشہ تک۔ یہ میرا سمجھ میں آیا اس آیت کے بارے میں۔ اچھا، بہت سارے کامنٹس آئے۔ ہاں، جانی چوہن says love from Jammu and Kashmir. Thank you very much. Love to you. Zainab Nisa
Assalamu alaikum. Remember in prayers, please. Zaibun Nisa here. Remember you in your prayers, and I am praying that you will not make the same comment more than once. Please don't take up the space like that. Anila Zulfikar says, Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam. Aulia Shaukat says, Allahu, 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 Allahu Akbar. Shukriya, Gaulia. Galia Shaukat ji. Pak Iman Heaven says, what is your opinion on music? Is it good or bad for you? It depends on what kind of music. Spiritual music is very good. Music, it is said, is the language of the soul. And so the soul rejoices in spiritual music, glorifying God and the Holy Prophet. And any music is good if it brings us closer to God. But any music is bad if it arouses lust, as most music today does, and takes us away from God. So music itself is very good. But if it is used in the wrong way, not to bring us closer to God or to each other, but to, especially music is used to arouse lust, that music is forbidden. Very, very bad for us. Okay, Pakiman Heaven goes on. What to believe that God will provide for me all my desire, but sometimes I get worried. What should I do? No, God will not provide for you all your desire. You may desire so many things that are not good for you. So why should God fulfill them? If He loves us, He will never fulfill our bad desires that are harmful for us. But God will always do for us something better than what we can imagine. That is my conviction. So don't have to worry. Whatever you want, it may be good for you or it may be bad for you. If it's good for you, Allah will certainly fulfill that desire. If it's bad for you, He certainly will not fulfill that desire. He will always give us something better than what we can imagine, better than what we can ask for. That is the nature of God. He is full of all love for us. Just like 70 mothers, it is said. If your mother will fulfill your desire, not your bad desires, but fulfill your good desires, Allah will do that 70 times more. So don't worry. Certainly He will fulfill all your desires that are good for you, more than 70 mothers. Okay, Johnny Chauhan says, Baba Ji, मुर्शिद की कोई इम्पोर्टेंस है? अगर है तो क्यों और है मुर्शिद किसी तलाश करा जो हमारे जिक्र कल्बी को जारी करता? ऐसे तो बहुत मुश्किल हो रही है. प्लीज गिव सजेशंस. हाँ, आजकल बहुत मुश्किल, खासकर जम्मू और कश्मीर में, मुझे मालूम है, बल्कि पूरी दुनिया में और पाकिस्तान में बहुत सारे मुश्किलात हैं आजकल. तो फिक्र नहीं करो, मैं सिर्फ इतना ही कह सकता. इन मुश्किलात का फल आसानी हो जाएगी. जितना ज्यादा ये मुश्किलात होते हैं, इतना ज्यादा आसानी बाद में हो जाएगी. या जैसे मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ, सोने को आग में डालने से वो पाक हो जाता है. तो फिक्र नहीं करो, अगर आग ज्यादा गर्म हो जाता है तो फिर ज्यादा पाक हो जाएंगे हम. अगर अल्लाह पाक हमें मुश्किलात में ज्यादा डालते हैं, इसका मतलब क्या है? इसका मतलब है कि हमको अल्लाह पाक ज्यादा पाक बनाना चाहते हैं और जल्दी से ही पाक बनाना. तो फिक्र नहीं करो. ये कहा जाता है, या पूरा मैंने नहीं समझ लिया, लेकिन मुश्किल आ, हो रहा है, हाँ, लेकिन मुर्शिद कैसे तलाश करा? तो बस तलाश करो, दुआ करो, और जब हम हकीकी तलाश में होते हैं तो जरूर अल्लाह पाक हमारी उस कोशिश को पूरा कर देगा, अपने टाइम पे, हमारे टाइम पे नहीं. अल्लाह पाक अपने टाइम पे. लेकिन अगर हम साफ दिल से मुर्शिद का तलाश करते हैं तो जरूर हमें ठीक टाइम पे, जब हम हकीकत में तैयार है मुर्शिद के लिए, तो मुर्शिद जरूर हमारे सामने आ जाता है. Akiman Heaven says, what is your opinion on the public of Pakistan? Do you think we have gone astray and lack righteous people, and that's why we're in this situation? No. We do not lack righteous people in Pakistan. There are many, many righteous people in Pakistan. And righteous or unrighteous, all people of Pakistan are now being put into difficulty to make us more righteous if we choose to turn to Allah. Quickly we become more righteous in difficulty when we turn to Allah. And if we turn away from Allah because of the difficulties, this horrible situation in Pakistan can bring us close to Allah, or it can make us angry at Allah. Why you, oh God, why are you putting us in these difficulties? So we should not get angry at Allah. We should try to understand the truth. The truth is that all these difficulties are helping the righteous people of Pakistan become more and more righteous, more and more pure. So let us just try to become righteous a little bit, and we will get rewarded tremendously at this special time of Ghazwa-e-Hind. Any little thing we can do, even just one zikr, Allahu, please help me, oh God. That will be rewarded more than we can imagine. Johnny Chauhan says, the first problem in India and Pakistan is unemployment. The situation is totally out of control, difficult to handle. Yes, it's very difficult. Therefore, we are being forced to turn to God and pray and beg for his help. And we are realizing our own our own inability to take care of things. And we must beg God, we must turn to God. So all this is not bad. I'm going to repeat again. All these horrible situations we're going through in Jammu and Kashmir or in India and Pakistan, unemployment, whatever, so many problems. All these problems are good in the sense that it is turning us towards God. If we are sincere, we will turn to God. So it seems to be out of control. But of course, there have been times in the world when it's been much worse for people than the situation now, but it's very bad. So let us just turn to God in prayer and humility, submission. That is the perfection. Okay. Sunshine says, Assalamu alaikum, Baba Ji. हम उम्रे पे जा रहे हैं, हमारे लिए स्पेशल दुआ करना आप, आपके लिए बहुत से प्यार. ओके सनशाइन पर रहम फरमाया मालिक जब वो उम्रे में अभी जा रहे हैं. Pakiman Heaven says, what is your take on Wahhabi and Salafi teachings? Well, of course, people don't like to talk about these things because they're afraid of what the Wahhabis or Salafis may do to them. But I can say, we don't like to criticize anyone, especially people that are Muslims or are trying to be Muslims or think of themselves as Muslims. But I can say one Wahhabi teaching I heard that Abdul Wahhab Sahib taught, that only those who are in our sect are true Muslims and others are not even real Muslims. So that is wrong. That's very wrong. All Muslims, anyone who is sincere to try to follow Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, it doesn't matter. Sunni, Shia, Dilwi, Brelvi, even Wahhabi or Salafi. If we are sincerely trying to serve Allah Pak and trying to serve the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, then we are Muslims. We don't have to accept this Wahhabi idea that only Wahhabis, only we are right, everyone else is wrong. That is not Islam. That's definitely against Islam. Zaibun Nisa says, Assalamu alaikum, Zaibun Nisa here. Okay, listen, I told you already, don't make the same comment more than once. I'm going to block you, or at least, let's see, can I put some, I don't know how to do this. If I could at least temporarily put you on hold, I would, but do not ask the same question again. Anwar Chirag sends flowers. Sunshine says, Babaji, जब तक आप पाकिस्तान के लिए दुआ करते रहेंगे, पाकिस्तान के साथ कुछ बुरा नहीं होगा, इंशाल्लाह. नहीं, सिर्फ मेरी दुआ की वजह से नहीं, ये कैदी आजम रहमतुल्लाह की भी दुआ है. Nothing bad can happen to Pakistan. It may appear to be very bad. He said literally, no power on earth can undo Pakistan. तो कुछ बुरा नहीं हो सकता है पाकिस्तान को. ये हजूर पाक सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की हिफाजत में है. लेकिन जब तक हम दुआ करते हैं जरूर. Johnny Chauhan says, I think different groups like Shia, Sunni, Wahhabi may difference and hate khatam Actually, in every religion, human beings are divided in groups. Isko khatam karna chahiye. बिल्कुल सही बात है, आप बता रहे हैं। हम सब, सिर्फ मुसलमान नहीं, हर मजहब के जो लोग हैं, हम सब दूसरों से प्यार से मिलना चाहिए। उनको हमें अपने दुश्मन नहीं समझना चाहिए, हमसे अलग नहीं करना चाहिए। हम सब एक ही मालिक के बंदे हैं। तो क्या सवाल है, सुनीशिया, बस हम सब मुसलमान हैं। अच्छा, हुसनैन आसान says Assalamu alaikum. I'm sorry, Jani Chohian, I did not highlight your comment. That's a very good comment. So much. Thank you. That we should all, different types of people of every religion are human beings. And we always divide ourselves, but we should not. Sunni, Shia, Wahhabi, everything, all Muslims. All Muslims should be together. And all people of all religions should be together in love. Okay. Husnain Hassan says, MashaAllah, आपको देख के अच्छा लगा। अल्लाह ताला आपको सेहत तो तंदुरुस्ती वाली लंबी जिंदगी अता फरमाए। शुक्रिया हुस्नैन हसन साहिब हामी। Pakiman Heaven says, how do you know God will always give us better than what we imagine? Also get met with heartbreak and unfulfilled. Very good question. Very good question. How do I know this? Because I know God. I know that God loves us more than we can imagine and will always give us things that are better than we can imagine. We may not be able to see it. We may not be able to understand it. But if we are sincerely trying to serve God, if we are sincerely praying to God to help us and guide us and not give us what we want, but give us what He knows is better for us, then certainly we will be given what is best for us, what is even better than the best we can imagine for us. So if you meet with heartbreak and unfulfilled, that's not bad for you. Maybe you were wanting something that's not good for you. And when you didn't get it, you got heartbroken. But that's better than to get it and get worse than heartbroken. So how do I know this? I don't know how I know it. I'm sure of it, 100% sure, convinced. It's Allah's mercy that I have this conviction. Probably, I think it comes from my parents taught us this. From my earliest memories, they always taught us that we should just try to serve God, and God will always do what is best for us. I can quote, all things work together for good for them that love God, is a quote from the Bible. So I was convinced of that as a child and still am convinced. Okay, Jani Chauhan says, यहाँ जहन्नम है, अल्लाह और रसूल पाक से दूरी, और दुनिया में जलील होना, इंटरनल खुशी नहीं मिलती। हाँ बिल्कुल, आप सच कह रहे हैं जानी चौहान साहब। मुझे मालूम है जम्मू और कश्मीर में कितनी तकलीफ है, कितने जलील, कितने जालिम, लेकिन इंटरनल खुशी किसी भी हालत में मिल सकता है अगर हम सिर्फ अल्लाह पाक को याद करते हैं और दिल की गहराई से दुआ करते हैं, या मालिक जो तू चाहता है वो ही तू कर, उसी में मैं खुश रहूंगा। ऐसे हमें दुआ करना चाहिए, फिर किसी भी हालत में हम खुश रहेंगे, सुकून मिलेगा। सिर्फ ईद हमारी दुआ होना चाहिए, ये नहीं कि मैं ये चाहता हूं, मैं वो चाहता हूं, मालिक तुम्हारे, तू तो मेरा नौकर है, गुलाम है, जो मैं चाहता हूं वो तू कर। नहीं, हम ऐसे नहीं कह सकते। अल्लाह हमारा मालिक है, हम अल्लाह का मालिक नहीं है कि हम उसको हुक्म दे सकते हैं ये करो मेरे लिए। हम ऐसे अगर कहते हैं तो शायद हमें मिलेगा, शायद नहीं मिलेगा, लेकिन वो ठीक दुआ नहीं है। और अगर हम बस जो तू चाहता है वही तू कर, उसमें हम खुश रहेंगे। Sarah Katak says, Salam Babaji, I live in Peshawar and my city is bleeding. The bomb blast has opened all wounds and I can't help wondering why we the Pashtun have been killed since 1979. Because your enemies know that you are very powerful. They're trying to destroy you. But don't worry. This bleeding heart, these horrible signs, these horrible terrorist activities against you, these are going to be your badge of honor. Just like in any jihad, when there are martyrs, they later are glorified, even though at the time it's very, very sad. So don't worry. Certainly, the Pashtun people are very powerful, very dedicated. And so the enemies of Pakistan and the enemies of PKP, they know that we have to do something to stop these people. We have to try and discourage them. Otherwise, they're going to defeat us. So these satanic forces are especially targeting the more powerful people. And I've often said, I can remember at least how long ago, 7, 8, 9 years ago, when I was in Peshawar, I made some videos and I posted them on Facebook. And I said this, these Pashtun people are very strong, very powerful people. They will protect Pakistan. And therefore, we should be very happy, not only in Pakistan, in Afghanistan also. So I was there in Peshawar looking at the mountains in Afghanistan, and I was saying this. So it's true. I have no doubt. Pakhtun people are very strong and very dedicated. So therefore, if you have more enemies, it's not surprising because they know that you are powerful. So don't worry. God will protect you, and He will appreciate all the faith that you have that gives you this strength. Okay, Shah Nawaz Zardari says, if donkeys are running this nation, if you vote donkeys to run your country, so can Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala do with it? Well, you did not vote them. These donkeys that are running Pakistan, they're worse than donkeys. Donkeys are foolish. These people are not only foolish, they're intelligent. They have some intelligence how to increase their foolishness. So anyway, yes, but they were not voted for. They were put in by worse than donkeys, the so-called Americans. They're not really Americans. This regime change was done by satanic forces who are controlling the American government. It was not done by American people. So I hope you can understand that you did not vote in these people. You know that. You did not vote for them. They were put in by satanic forces. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will still work it out. Whether they were put in by vote or however, it is going to have a wonderful result. And history will record how the people of Pakistan stood up and achieved hakiki azadi. It will happen. I have no doubt. Shah Azam Pak Leo says, if yes, then how should I make my mother agree? I am trying to remember what you're referring to. I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're referring to. If yes to what? You'll have to explain that. But anyway, you can't make your mother agree. You're her son, so you should not try to force her to make you to agree with you. You should agree with her. What she wants, that's what you should do. That's better for you. Ziaul Qadri says, you are doing great job, sir. Keep it up and include me also in your dua. Ya Malak Ziaul Qadri par bhi raham farma. Usko bhi is jihad mein, is azwe hind mein bada bahadur bana. Ya Malik. Pakiman Heaven says, who was your murshid? Is he still alive? My murshid is my good wife and teacher, just like Imran Khan's good wife is also his teacher. So my good wife is also my teacher. Shah Azam, she is still alive. Shah Azam Paklio says, my name is Syed Muhammad Hassan and I am 16. Oh, if you're only 16, then certainly you don't try to make your mother do something. Just be humble and do what your mother asks. And be patient. Johnny Chauhan says, we are fighting with internal and external enemies and all problems. That's good for us. Yes. Fighting this spiritual warfare is the thing that makes us strong. So all these internal and external enemies We're fighting with them. That is making us stronger, and it's making us closer to God, believe it or not. Just keep fighting. Don't give up. Okay, Pakiman Heaven says, how can a disease or disability that God gives us be the best for us? I can tell you quickly, it's a long story, but I'll just take out one little piece of it. So there was a king, and his son, Prince, who was to succeed him in the throne, he got a disability. Then his country was attacked, and everyone was killed. All the warriors were killed. But his son, because of his disability, could not go in the battle. Otherwise, he would have been there in the battle. So his son was not killed because of his disability. So then that prince, although he had a disability, he would rally the people, and then the country succeeded in driving off the enemies. So we don't know whether a disease or disability might be good or bad for us. All right, Sajad Barab says, satanic forces, what they doing? The satanic forces have removed Imran Khan, duly elected Prime Minister of Pakistan, and put in non-elected, corrupt, extremely corrupt people in the position of so-called Prime Minister. Crime Minister. So that's what these satanic forces are doing. They're trying to destroy Pakistan through this worthless, worse than worthless government, harmful government. Shai Azam Paglio says, and at last I pray that may Allah give you long life. Thank you very much. And Shai Azam Paglio says, my heart is burning, Babaji. Please pray that Hazur accept me. Oh, Hazur, please accept Shai Azam Paglio. He has already accepted you, don't worry. Because you sincerely want, your heart is burning for him, so certainly he has accepted you, don't worry. But everything happens according to his schedule, to God's schedule, not our schedule. Pakiman Heaven says, please, for the protection and success of Imran Khan, pray. Yes, we are daily praying for the protection and success of Imran Khan. Ibrahim Hamdani says, I am scared Pakistan will go to default. I can tell you whether Pakistan goes to default or not, it will have a good result. It won't have a bad result if Pakistan goes to default. It will free Pakistan from the satanic international banksters. If I've actually been saying for years they should stop paying the interest on these so-called loans, which are fake loans. They were in the Pakistani old government leaders, they were induced to accept all these lines and loans, and the present ones are all doing the same thing, just in order to trap Pakistan in a debt trap. So they're not real loans. They bribed the government leaders to accept these loans. So I have been saying for many years, Pakistan should stop paying back, so-called paying back, not give back the interest on these so-called loans, and tell those satanic forces that are trying to trap Pakistan and all countries in the world in this debt trap, they should just stop paying it and let Allah protect us. That's what I said. So now they're going to be forced to do that because they're not going to have any money to pay the interest on the loans. So, but that's going to free Pakistan. That's my vision. That's my prayer. May Pakistan be freed from these. They can just tell these rascals, you do not really have any loans to us. Those were all fake loans. They were all induced by you as bribery to the government officials. What's the name of that book? Confessions of an Economic Hitman. That book explains all this, how they, on purpose, they give these loans just in order to trap people. And then when they can't pay back their debts or even their interest on their debts, then they can force these countries to do what they want. That's the whole plan. So we should have stopped a long time ago. That's what I've been saying. So now we will have to stop because we won't have any money. So Pakistan will go to default. But that's not bad. Inshallah, that will free Pakistan from the illusion that we owe anything to these satanic forces who have given these loans just in order to trap. This happened already in other countries too. Ibrahim Hamdani says, watching you after 3 to 4 years. Thank you very much. Hamdani side. Shai Azam Paklio says, Babaji, sorry my comments were deleted. I don't know why, but should we join politics? I'm not sure exactly what you mean by joining politics, but you definitely should support Imran Khan. He is not an ordinary politician. Almost all the politicians are corrupt. So if you join politics, it's very difficult to avoid the corruption. But you should fight against the corruption, and you can do that by supporting Imran Khan. That's my conviction. So, but I don't know. Okay, so your comments got deleted, so I didn't see. That's why I couldn't answer your earlier question. Okay. Bakiman Heaven says, what do we need to do to unite the Muslim world? Zikr. Come together, Shias and Sunnis and Wahhabis and Delvis and Brelvis should all come together and do zikr together. And not only Muslims, Muslims and Christians and Jews and Hindus, everyone, especially Sikhs and Muslims, should come together and do zikr together. That will unite the whole world, not only the Muslim world. We should not only want to unite the Muslim world, we should want to unite the whole world, because that will bring about happiness for everyone. Shai Azam Paklio says, will Pak Army lead Pakistan or a competent civilian government? I don't know. I don't know how that will happen. But I'm praying that the army and the civilian government will work together. And that will happen when there are sincere people leading them, just like Imran Khan is a sincere man, no doubt. There are sincere people in the Pakistani army too. Unfortunately, there are also corrupt people, both in the Pakistani army, and we know now the current government is all corrupt, 100%, from the prime minister down to whoever. They're all criminals. So let the Pakistan army and the competent civilian government of Imran Khan work together, and that will save Pakistan. Mateen Haq says, Assalamu alaikum, Babaji, and everyone. Wa alaikum salam. Mateen Haqji and Pakiman Heaven says, what is your take on the Pakistan army and how it operates? A very good question. I have talked about the same thing many times. Pakistan army is more important, is necessary for the protection of Pakistan. Of course, if the army is run by people who have been bribed or blackmailed, then it will not be able to do its job of protecting Pakistan. But the army is meant to protect Pakistan. And if it's not protecting Pakistan, then Allah will protect Pakistan. So it will be Pakistan will be protected, and it will be more miraculous when the army does not protect it. But I'm saying again and again, Imran Khan is saying the same thing. The enemies of Pakistan are trying to create a rift between the Pakistan army and the sincere civilian government of Imran Khan. And so that's why there's so many problems in the Pak army, is because so many satanic forces are bribing and blackmailing the Pakistani army leaders. So, but there are sincere people in the Pak army, and it is my prayer all the time that they may come in positions of leadership and power to save Pakistan. Okay, Mateen Haq says, we don't have to be scared, but have faith in Allah. Support the righteous man and stay shoulder to shoulder with him. Exactly. Thank you very, very much. That's a beautiful comment. I appreciate that. That's exactly true. I agree 100% with what you're saying. And Johnny Chowan says, in any difficulty, sacrifices, there is success for us. Understand? Yes. In difficulty, sacrifices are there, and that is success. That leads to success. Surrender to Allah, which we tend to do more in difficult situations. When it's not difficult, we forget Allah. We get absorbed in our own issues. So when there are difficulties, then we surrender, and there are sacrifices made, and that is real success. Beautiful statement. Thank you. All right, I think we have to end because we've gone way over time, but thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.